Is this working? It is working. I gotta move my camera over here. I just got back from vacation. So I apologize for the last stream didn't quite make it. Hey, Pisces Rising. Yo, there it is. And then also Din22. Welcome to both you guys. I'm trying to open up my thing here. I've had a lot of like computer problems, right? So I went to this cabin with my girlfriend. And it was fun, but I didn't really feel like I could manage the stream. So, but I've been doing a lot of stuff. This I want to show you this here in a second. And maybe you have an opinion on what I should do for the font, but I have all these fantasy commissions. I want to show you some of them that I've been doing. I'm a little annoyed with them too, because it's cool that I got them, but they had like a big order of like what the art they wanted, and which is cool. But they were getting down to like, this should be like, we want a half page and another half page, and so your page rate is, for the whole page. So, and at one point there's like, we want 8 1/8 page images. And I'm like, it's too small. 1/8 page is tiny. It's very small. So, but I'm going to go ahead and do it, and then I'll just be smarter about it next time. But this is one of the chapter openers. I hope they like it. And then the other one I did is this one, which is this dragon thing over here. And I was pretty happy about this one here. I don't know what they're going to think about it yet. The other one, they also like to get in really in deep with the edits. Like, for example, you didn't feel like the eye line matched this one character, so I had to fix that, which that's understandable. That's pretty minor. But I ended up having to redraw his shoulder pads. And I had to do some more details on this character to make him look more like a wizard, I guess. I should probably put something, maybe there's some kind of, that's not a good. Let me find a different one. Recent. Rusty Nib, my favorite. More details on the outfits. So that's still a lot of details that are going on in this thing. So what else have I got? So I thought I'd do today. Oh, and here's the other one I did. This I feel pretty good about this. I feel like they're going to reject this one up here in the corner because it's very cartoony, but I am a cartoonist. So these are meant to be little spot illustrations. Cybern's saying he's going to be there in 2 minutes. Take your time. Hey. It went out of focus. Let me fix that again. I'm going to try this again. You see this? I don't know. You can't really see the blue line that's coming up here. I'll pick this up a little bit higher. Okay. So this one, this is supposed to show a scene of diplomacy. And to me, this one made me laugh to do it because it's a typical scene of diplomacy in D&Ds, where you have, 3 characters that probably have different ideas of what diplomacy even means, and then the monsters who don't have any idea what's going on. These are just spot illustrations. It's a card type game, so these would be spot illustrations that would go on a single column, I think. I'm not doing the book design, I'm just doing some of the images. This is supposed to show a druid convincing some fey creatures to fight. I'm looking at this. It looks like I almost have a stray mark here. Right here. Let's fix that. Anyways, I like this for the druid. And then this is supposed to be a goblin giving a prophecy to some other goblins. So I had them sort of enrapturedly looking at him. Pisces asks, have you seen documentary Eye of the Beholder? Yes, I have. It's about the art of D&D. It's really good. Yes, I have. It's really good. I agree. It has a lot of stuff about David Trampier, who I really like. In fact, it's kind of funny that you mentioned that today, Pisces Rising. Hang on one second. Old school Dragon magazine. Yeah. And so a lot of and by the way, that's a photo of a model, actually, in this case. But they were really famous for some really interesting covers, and the artwork was always really exciting to see in this. This is a 1986 one, so this is the year I graduated high school. But what I really liked about it is I think this is the very last Wormy, which is by Dave Trampier, who is probably the greatest D&D cartoonist. And Wormy was about, I think Wormy was the dragon. And this was like Robert Crumb drawing D&D cartoons. It was so cool. Look at the cartooning going on here, you know, just amazing. And there's some kind of silly jokes here. I once knew a stone drake who had a similar affliction. He was a somnambulist. He would do sleep flying. We called him Off the Wall Paul. There goes Paul off the wall. And you can see it's signed 1986 Tramp. This is the one you would see in the old D&D books as D.A.T., Dave A. Trampier. And he sort of disappeared in the night over at TSR. I think there was something going on with his... I don't know the whole story exactly, but I once got a chance. I was talking to Flint Dilley, who worked at TSR, worked with TSR and at TSR for a while. And I said, hey, did you ever meet Dave Trampier? And he told me something about he's famous for having disappeared, and he actually became a cabbie in like Minnesota or something like that. I might have that wrong, but he definitely became a cabbie, and he even wore a hat, like this exact hat as a cabbie. Like that's almost like a cabbie out of a movie. And supposedly never did really art it anymore after that. And he passed away a couple of years ago. But something about one of the other TSR guys married or divorced his sister, something like that. It was a complicated story. I didn't follow it very closely. This one's kind of interesting to me. This is SnarfQuest, and this is by Larry Elmore, who you might know as a really kind of prolific fantasy painter, but he did a sort of, you can see these guys' influences. He did a sort of, Howard the Duck and, Fritz the Cat sort of homage with pretty girls and dragons and this little character. And of course, his girls look like this, Pretty famous for its comics. Wormy was full color. It was, and it was so nice. It was so nice watercolor. Larry Elmore. Back then, TSR had a Marvel game. Oh, there's Crossfire. See, I just drew Crossfire in that Moon Knight comic that I had to do for class. So that's my version of Crossfire. I don't know the character very well. I think I only had him in a couple of like Marvel 2-in-1 issues. The Death Throes. Anyway, always good. Oh, this is there's some amazing stuff in here. All right. Well, anyways, comic. Okay, so here's what I'm doing right now. I have a new comic idea. I've still got to finish Corbeau Corbeau is like, it's on page 11, and I could definitely get down to this one, so I got to do that too. I have a new page of the same fantasy art thing. This is one where I've decided to do some of the 1/8 page. You can't even see it. Wow, some of the 1/8 page bits, and they said, just make something up that looks like a typical column break type scene. So I got like a halfling, and I got a evil undead guy, a guy fighting a snake. This one's pretty basic. I was really just trying to get the perspective of something down, and then I have some characters that are plotting something. This was all about making the character. I think her face is a little bit off. She's supposed to be an elf. What if I do that? And I could I could ink these in. So I was thinking about doing that today. And then I got really interested in doing this new comic, and you can see I've got nothing for it yet, but I just have this. The idea was I was going to do this rhyming prologue, and it was going to have as villains. So it's called. Let me see if I can put this on here. This is a working title, Lila and the Nightmare King. It's going to be like a webcomic. The Nightmare King. I was kind of inspired by Amulet. I've been talking about Amulet everywhere because it's one of those things it's been around for a long time. Like, yes, this guy, his name is Kazuo Kibuishi. He's been around for a really long time. And I think Amulet first came out in like 2009 or 2008. Like, it's been around for a long time. But I just discovered it's got 7 volumes, and it's like translated into 22 languages. It's New York Times bestseller. So I thought I'd want to do something like that. And one of the ideas I had was to do a rhyming prologue at the beginning that sets up the whole story. And the other idea I had is somewhere in here is, because of the Disney stuff, is a lot of it's becoming public domain. Mickey Mouse is now public domain, or at least the earliest version. And then there's also my favorite character, which is Pete. Whoops. Let's see if I can fix that. It's not really. I'm trying to adjust my. It doesn't look good. I think if I turn it this way. Well, Pete is this character from. I can't do it. Good day, good day. So, here, I'll bring in. Sideburns is here. I'm gonna add him in. Hang on, wait a second. As is the. Well, welcome. Yes, you made it. Awesome. Sorry about last week. I wasn't here last week. Hold on, I was
wasn't here a couple of weeks. More, because of work.
They had you working like early in the mornings?
Crazy times. It's nuts.
That's terrible. Well,
rather than still work at 5 a.m., but I'm not yet. I'm not that far yet.
I'm trying to figure out. So I've got. Hang on. This is my. There we go. Maybe that'll do it. Now I've got the light on. There we go.
I need some sort of cord system that, like, that I can put up and keep it, because tangling cords can be a problem, and managing.
I completely agree. I have practice. So much stuff tangled up, and then I took the laptop. So this is all running on a laptop, and I've got this camera rig thing up here.
Mm-hmm.
And I took everything with me, and then I set it up back here, and everything was working. And then my computer crashed, and I thought that was it. It was like it wasn't coming back on, and then eventually it did come back on. So okay, that's good.
Oh, nice.
So good deal. Anyways, all right. So I don't know if you could even see. Just your opinion, real quick. I've got two fonts here. Which font do you like better? The top font? All right, let's make it bigger.
You got a new stand? Or
no, it's. I'm trying to move my stand this way because it was. That's better. It's catching a little bit of the white here. All right. So I don't know if you can tell. This first one, I just got it today. It was a free font. It was called Crime Fighter. I got it off of Blambot. And then the second one is Evil Genius, which I've used a lot. So can you?
Yeah, I can see.
Can you tell? How about anybody in chat? What do you think? Is there
top
any difference?
One's more italic. I think top one seems more italic than the.
Yeah, it's got a bit of it. I think I actually wrote. It's both of them only have two real versions. One of which it does seem more italicized. Like there's a slant to it. There's like a little bit of a slant to it. Let's see. Wonder and Delight. I'm going to put Wonder and Delight in bold, so you can see some of the bolding. It just has regular and bold, and that's the same with Evil Genius too. It's the exact same. Or anything. Whoops. Anything.
Hang on a sec.
True. There we go. True has to be also bolded. So, by the way, if anybody's watching is interested in becoming a letterer or lettering your own comics, one of the secrets to lettering is to bold some words. Like, put some stress on the words that you would want stressed, like if you were reading them aloud. So, welcome to the Dreamlands, a world of wonder and delight. And I put wonder and delight into bold. So I had this idea, and I don't think I've got all the notes written down, but it's basically that there's this dream kingdom, and there's a good side. There's like the light side and the dark side, and it was ruled by the Nightmare King, but he's already been defeated. But that's where they're starting out, where they've already defeated him. For several years, he's been trapped in this chamber of eternal sleep. And he gets sprung out like in the first episode. So basically it's this sort of rebellion. And I was going to have one of the main villains or the Nightmare King himself basically be Pete from, let's see if I can even draw him. I was drawing him the other day. I don't know if I can get Pete correct here. Pete the cat. So more cartooning than but I was gonna maybe do something alongside of it. Maybe he has a cigar. The Nightmare King. That's a bad guy. So Pete the Cat's been out in the public domain for a while. I don't know if I would use Mickey. I might use Pete the Cat, and then and then maybe have some other characters that are just completely different. But I have a semi script of page 1. I'm just trying to figure it out. But this rhyming prologue is where I kind of want to start it. Hang on. And then I found some more music. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see if it'll play it. I'm probably too loud. Hang on.
Oh, it's very. bombastic.
Maybe it's the wrong one. It had other stuff going on. Something like that. I don't know. Brand. Here's the other one. Here's the other song I had.
You make the song?
Yeah, I was playing around with my the Wondershare, which is the program I used to make videos, and it has a music generator. You can put in like a tempo and a mood and a style, and it'll try and come up with something. It'll just try and generate something.
Nice.
So like literally 5 minutes before I turn this on, I put something on there. So this is meant to be almost like a Nightmare Before Christmas sort of story, maybe. Beware of lurking danger, but beware of lurking danger. Danger should be bold.
God.
The Nightmare King, not the Pumpkin King. The Chamber of Eternal Sleep. Yippee!
Eye of the Beholder. Oh, okay.
Yeah, have you seen? You may not have seen
Nope.
that. I don't know. It may not be a. It's definitely worth checking out. Eye of the Beholder is a documentary about the early art of TSR and Dungeons and Dragons, and it's really fascinating. Because of there's so many weird things that happened, and of course they hired all kinds of different. Some artists are really good, some are complete amateurs. Some of the guys who did some of the most enduring art were not even artists. Like there's a guy named Tom Wham who did, and he actually did put out games where he did all of the art for it, and everybody remembers the art, and they just, you know, and he had sort of it looked kind of like Dr. Zeus almost, but he wasn't really an artist or anything. I wonder, maybe he does consider himself one. I don't know. I'll look. Let's if we looked up his wiki page, Tom Wham. Let me check him out. He's got TomWham.com. They call him a designer of board games who has also produced artwork, including that for his own games. Yeah. Wham got a job with Don Lowry of Guidon Games in 1972. And he worked with Dave Trampier.
Press E to mark as done. Oops. Alright. Next one is thumbnail.
Well, anyway, wait, what? Stop. These are my epic gaming beats. All right, I've lost the tab that this was in. Cancel. There it is, right there. Okay. He once ruled all the Dreamland. Dreamland should be stressed. Hold. So fear and dread. How about fear and dread? Oh, come on, dread. Divided between the dark and light. So, I'm so proud of the stupid rhyming prologue thing. Moon King awakens. Okay. Looks good. Okay, so now I'm thinking that they'll be like on scrolls or something. Like each one of these couplets will be on a scroll. And then where's this? Layer 2. The question is, do I have enough room? I don't think I do. This isn't going to leave like a lot of room. I'm going to go ahead and try it. Like if this were the opening of a movie, let's say we're going to do an animated movie of this. How would you start it? I would start it maybe with some like a flyover where you see the kingdom.
Talking about the text or the art?
Both, right? So I'd like.
I see the text right now.
Yeah, that's all I got. I haven't got anything else yet. 'Cause I don't have room. I'm trying to figure out where to put it. So let's see. I think I have to like maybe just center it more. I'm just afraid of like centering it. I'm thinking, oh, but I want to show something else other than prologue. What if I do it this way? Like a Z. And maybe I could even like break out of the panel borders or something. I think what's screwing me up is that I have it curling up and it's throwing off the vibe a little bit.
I wonder if I should do the thing where I have alien signs and then just have a caption saying the name of like the place.
That's a great idea. I liked it I like when people do that. So it's like you would have it translated.
And
And
I don't have to invent language every time.
You'll do it once. Just do it once, and then refer back to it. So then people start, you know, if they're really following it, eventually they'll be able to like,
Yeah.
figure out, and you can leave clues too, which would be fun.
Perhaps.
When you do something like that, it's called asemic writing.
Asemic writing.
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
ASEMIC.
S-E-M.
I'll put it in on the screen here. Asemic writing, and
Rather certain semantic form.
I think it's always interesting. Okay, rather than doing mine as a scroll, I'm going to do it as these sort of torn scraps of parchment. I'm gonna have to change the music here. Hang on.
You do.
No problem. There's again. There's the one we had before. All right.
You normally practice one page, or like you present, like you work through your comic one page at a time, don't you?
Yep, just one page at a time.
Mhm.
And have you seen Amulet? Do you know what Amulet is?
I've seen the author's work in a anthology once called Flight Anthology.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I think he might have been.
I haven't read
definitely in
Amulet.
that.
Yeah.
This is Blambot. This is where I got my phone. Kazuo.
Careful not to show too much your browser. You might show up information there
Oh, yeah.
you don't want, you know.
Hopefully not, right?
Well, hopefully not, or just like certainly not.
Certainly not.
Which is better in your mind?
That's-
You decide.
You're right.
I can open
So-
a cold one.
The pages of Amulet are also written one at a time. It's written like a
Uh-huh.
webcomic.
Oh yeah.
At least this is my analysis of it, anyways. Let me. I'll go off screen here for a second to actually bring it up. I don't know if I have that. I do. I have that. But it's the same way that I do it, where it's got the ending beat like right on the. Oops. Here's Amulet.
Oh yeah.
The Stonekeeper's Curse. This is I'm up through volume 2. There's always like a cool ending shot or ending thing. There's a big so you could start this on any page. You could just random page. Just here's a random page, and you can see okay. And by the way, I haven't even read this far, but you've got this little bunny guy on top of this girl's back. She's got some kind of power. She sees these two guys fighting. Oh no. He pulls out some kind of weapon, but she blasts him. And every page is like that. Every single page. Let's find another page not taking place in a battle. You know, even the ones that are plot heavy, there's usually an ending beat on it. And what that says to me, anyways, is that he wrote the thing one page at a time. He basically he went through and got a whole page done, and then, you know, a couple days later he came back and he started the next page. So this one ends. Oh, here, a great example. They're having this conversation, and it ends when something in his belt pouch rings. And in the first panel on the next one, it rings again. Now, you would never do this if you had written both. If you had written this whole thing as like, oh, I wrote the whole chapter out. You would not have one panel where it rings, and then on the next panel where it rings for the other character.
Oh yeah.
Would you do that? No, I would never do that.
No. Well,
Or maybe
depends on
Ring.
the format, I guess.
and ring.
What we're talking about. I guess.
Well, it's fine. It makes sense. I mean, I've got compilations of like Little Abner and Dick Tracy and stuff like that, and they're compilations so that they're, you know, written. There's a whole Dick Tracy case would be like 50 strips, comic strips, and it's written like this, except it's one strip at a time, so it's one 3-panel strip all the way through. Anyway, where is it? Come back. I just have to figure out what's going on when I'm showing the prologue. There's no room. This is probably the way it needs to be, but I don't think there's much room at all. Maybe what I should do is not make it its own panel. I could just put this at the top, and like we're descending through clouds or something.
Oh, this tripod sucks.
So we're just, or actually maybe we descend from dark to light. So it's like dark up here. And up here there's bats because it's so dark. I have to get a reference of a bat.
It is a nice idea that if you're making a webcomic, you have this sense of making every page exciting to read.
Yeah.
If the idea that like you start great end on a cliffhanger for every page.
Yeah, but it's not always like a hard cliffhanger. Sometimes it's just like it's just like an ending beat or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the phone rings or a character says something determined, you know, and that's enough to give us a good sense of ending. And also, they don't just end on a beat; they start on an opener. There's every page seems to start on a opening situation.
Oh yeah.
All right, so that's supposed to be dark. So it's going to be like all dark all the way through, and then it becomes light. I was going to avoid doing a full page splash on this one, but I don't think I can really. Maybe I can.
What are your thoughts, audience? Chat. Monopoly quiet.
I think that's okay. Might be one person watching at this point, which is fine.
Yeah. No,
I'm gonna have to look at like aerial views of a walled city or something with the citadel, the Nightmare Citadel up in the middle. So part of my idea here is I wanted to make this almost like an homage to newspaper cartoons. So it takes place in the Dream Kingdom, which is kind of like Little Nemo, but it's not going to be quite like Little Nemo. I was definitely going to make Princess Lila's bodyguard a sailor. Kind of like Popeye, but not really Popeye. Alright. So we got this prologue descending towards the castle. Let me see. Look at my script real quick.
I'm cheating here. Going between this and the adventures and comic making for fair enough. I hope you like the Gilded server. It's pretty cool, chilling out place. Place to chill, discuss comics and comic making process.
Absolutely. Well, I hope it's helpful to you. It's kind of funny. I have been on these Cuber classes. I've been taking them since 2020. And I say always, it's actually not every single time. I usually invite everybody from the class over, and sometimes people show up and sometimes they don't. Usually they'll stay for like one time, and then they'll just disappear. But over on Instagram, for whatever reason, like I'm part of a group chat with a couple of the people from the class, and they've visited the forum, but we're still talking on the group chat, and we're it's the same stuff that we do on the forum. Here's a reference to how to draw clothing folds, and here's a reference to a couple other things. Hey, check out what I'm doing on this, etc. I'm gonna have to look at some photo reference here for this. Or maybe not even photo reference. How do we... something like this. We got this castle. I'm just trying to figure out how to make it like more obvious that like there's a light side and a dark side that are trying to coexist. It might be cool to show, like, just have the dark side on the left here, and then I'll have the sun on the other side. One of the ideas I had is maybe it'll show this change over time where the darkness starts to win, right? And you'll see more and more of the darkness until they eventually start pushing it back. So, you know, when it starts out, he's been trapped in, the Nightmare King guy has been trapped in this chamber of eternal sleep thing, this vault, like a vampire, but he's asleep. And he gets sprung out by something stupid that there's other villain characters. One of them is going to be named Inky. I had a character named Inky that was going to be a spider, and it was going to be the Fleischer comic spider almost. And then another character named Gloom, so Inky and Gloom. But I'm not sure how it'll. No, I don't think that'll work. Looking at him from the wrong angle. Hang on, just a moment. Just a moment.
One moment.
Look up some photo reference here in a second. Now I'm looking at my stuff, and I think it's too high. It's not balanced inside the page. Okay. Well, let me look at my panel 2 as we were zooming in on the castle or the citadel. What if I take this and push it? I'm just going to collapse it this way. Oh, that's an idea. My pencils are always pretty rough looking. So I'm going to put something in the foreground. Maybe like some standing stones or something.
Oh.
the moon on this side, and here's the sun.
Anyway.
See. All right, we're gonna get the gate. That's a cool idea. So this is meant to be like the gate. The Nightmare Castle.
Oh, what about this?
I need something to be in the foreground. Maybe there's some more. Trying to figure out how I explain what's going on here. We'll just explain it. We'll just say here. Here is the Citadel of Dreams. All of the realms of magic. Doll. And we're going with Crime Fighter. 12?
You ever post your work to X?
8? What's that?
Do you ever post your work to X sometimes? X. You know.
Oh, yeah, I've posted a couple of pages there.
Mhm.
Don't get much traction. I've got a fair amount of followers. There's people I like to read there, especially Donald DeLay. Big
I've
fan
kind
his
of
writing.
I've kind of quit Instagram for a bit.
Yeah, I noticed that. What was your beef with Instagram? That's the easiest
Beef?
one for me because you just post stuff and
I think I have to try to build my audience off other platforms first. I think kind of reevaluate my strategy, for engaging people.
that's a good idea.
Mhm.
I have to admit I don't know what I'm doing at all when it comes to any of this stuff. I want to try Comic Fury like you're doing and possibly Substack. I think the prologue only works if you put it in quotes. Come on now. Get in there. Check this. A place of light and wonder. Place of light and wonder. No, I don't think that's gonna work. Anyway, delete that.
Okay.
I gotta think of a clever way to set this up where it's. I want them to explain that the evil castle has to exist because light cannot exist without darkness somehow. I mean, I could just say it.
I'm just gonna say it. Light can
Yeah.
exist without darkness.
Yeah, I guess that's as clever as you have to be. Is just go. This is Also,
You're
the
like
realm
you're like the
of-
guy in the Norman Rockwell painting, like just standing up.
I'm standing
gonna
in
say it.
church.
You
Yes,
can't have light without darkness.
this is my truth. Yeah, here. Yeah, but it's. I'm trying to make this like flow. Now I got this cool prologue I really like, and then a caption, like a narration caption here stands the citadel of dreams, known throughout all of the realms of magic. But dreams cannot exist without. But light cannot exist. But just as light. There we go. But just as light. This is how we write. Just as light cannot exist. Without darkness. From the gloomy. No. What's the word? With the looming castle of just as light cannot exist out of darkness, the looming castle of the Nightmare King must also exist as a balance. Alright, that's good. People are going to laugh at my dialogue, but I should be okay. Let's make that a 9.
Luckily, the nightmare
Has been banished.
I like the font. Is that Evil Genius?
This is a crime fighter.
Cool.
I just got it off of once again 5 minutes before turning on the live stream. I just went over to Blambot and looked for something that was free and was different than Evil Genius, but still had some of the same features. Like it has to have a bold version, you know.
It is cold.
For the last.
Symmetric writing.
Banished. She's not been banished. Has been. He's been imprisoned. Chamber of Eternal Sleep. Alright, we just reduce this to. I had it as 12, but I might make it 9. I'm not sure I like that I haven't shown any characters yet, and I'm already on the 3rd panel. That's a long. It's a long time to wait. All right, let's see if I can find a reference of Pete the cat. Peg leg Pete. There he is. That's the one I want. The only one still hanging around from the Nightmare King's reign.
Okay.
Loki and Gloom. All right. Instead of can you do Peg Leg Pete? And then I was going to show Pete, and he was going to be like he overheard the narrator calling him an idiot. And he's going to go, "Hey, hey."
Oh, come on. Brews are so weird. Gravity sucks.
Gravity always wins.
Gravity sucks. There we go.
How do I get like an angry Pete? I could put them in this panel as well. I could stick them in front of the gate.
So Debbie's come home from work and she's in a foul mood and making like objects sort of wobble around so that audience gets a sense of a environment.
Do you want to show it? I haven't seen it. I'm looking.
I'm on my like. Oh wait, why is it not doing that? Do I want to show it? I've been just showing it the whole time, but just my camera's not focusing. Oh, that guy! I know that character.
Yeah,
Like,
that's Pete.
Pete. Wait, Steamboat Pete. Steamboat Bill originally, isn't he?
Peg Leg Pete.
Piglet Pete. Ah, yeah.
Pegleg Pete.
Mm-hmm.
Although you're on the right track. I mean, he's. Except I'm calling him Inky and Gloom, and I might not use him for Inky. I might use him for the Memory King. The other character is a Fleischer spider.
Mm-hmm.
From Betty Boop.
Yeah.
If I can find one. I don't know if there's a spider from Betty Boop. Let's just do Fleischer spider and take Betty Boop off. Yeah. The Cobweb Hotel, 1936. That is a pretty evil-looking character.
Womp womp.
Well, I'm not sure I like it.
Hmm.
Oh no. Fuck. Alright, there we go.
Okay.
Coco's a space cop.
Oh no. Nope, nope, nope. Yes.
Oh, the design I want is more like a Disney one.
Oh my god. I don't want to let in more light, but that's probably fine. This is desk 2. And it still won't stop going up. Damn it. Alright. I should have a tripod on the floor. Actually, hold on. Where was it? Alright. Hold on a minute. What if I put it on that one? Stand. Camera troubles. That's all. Difficulties. Please be advised. This thing is
Is your camera completely down?
No. I'm fixing the arrangement, if you would.
The overhead.
Just fixing that. Nothing complicated. But bloody gravity. The bastard. Could that be?
I'm not having a good experience with my character design stuff. I may have to go offline and figure out how to do it. Character design. I'm looking for like a Cuphead style.
Look recognizable, I'll tell you that. Oh shit, will this work? I don't know.
No. Wait. Found it. Maybe if I go on Pinterest, I can find some model sheets or something for a spider.
Spider models.
I gotta.
They just crawl down the runway.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Very they're very leggy. Pinterest. Yeah. Pinterest.
I could almost, but not quite,
Okay.
get there.
Continue with Google.
Okay. Put it.
Okay, if I say 1930s spider character animation. I'm finding a lot of the same ones.
BRB.
No problem. Whoop. Maybe it's more like do you have like a gong in your room? Look at more of these peg-leg feet. I can take off his bowler. Let me know when you're ready, by the way. I popped you off just in case. Let's say this is like a knight. He's supposed to be like a loyal retainer. He's got 3 fingers.
There we go. All right.
What should the symbol of a nightmare guy be, other than a skull? I've got a skull thing on there. Seems like it's just an easy, maybe a bit too easy of a choice. I do not have this balanced. You have like a full drum kit in there? Or? His feet is too big.
My back.
How do we do the foot? How do we do the foot? There's a trick to it. There seems to be a trick to it.
Oh! Good. All right.
good to go?
I think we're ready. Then I just yanked my cord, my microphone.
Just pull right
No,
out.
it's all right. Yep, it's fine. Cool.
I wonder if I can squeeze him over just a little bit more.
Oops. I'm just thumbnailing right now.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing too.
Oh, why did you do this? No, what are you doing? What even just happened? Alright.
What happened?
I grabbed the wrong thing. Yeah. Grabbed the whole thing instead of a portion of it. There we go. Okay, it was fine. Alright.
He's gonna say like, "Hey."
What was he? Oh, yeah.
9 gold.
Let's go tablet. We're going to put a tablet on a tablet. Tabletception.
I heard you like tablets.
I'm going to put your tablet on top of the tablet.
Oh, crud. I want to make my skull look like a little bit more cartoony. Oh, wait. Okay. Maybe it even has like a sign up front. Dreamlands. Maybe I can think of another name. Let's hang on. Get back here. Hang on. Come back. I want to call it something other than the Dreamlands. I think the Dreamlands is too generic. What if I call it? I got some ideas here.
Unworked. I was gonna say unworked fields.
Maybe not. Let's see. Hang on. Welcome to
Lumbertown.
Slumbertown. Oh, let's see. So the Greek word for dream is oneros, and then they have this thing called oniromancy, the magic of dreams. All right. So, Onira. Welcome to Onira. The Dreamland. It's the same number of syllables. Oneria. Okay. Where am I? Down here. So if I call the kingdom Oneria, maybe I can like design it in a cool font or something.
It's hectic time.
Here stands all right, so the whole world is the Dreamlands, and then Oneria is the kingdom.
You know what? You're right. One Twitter post. I should draw in pen more.
How about this? I'll call it now. Okay, how about
Today's prompt, what was it? What was your favorite art tool? I don't think I answered with, like, I have a pocket nib pin, which I don't know if you guys seen, but, yeah.
nice? Oh, is that the Muji?
Yeah, the Muji. I think you have one of these.
I've got one of those. It's really nice. I like those a lot. I think I'd have to admit that my favorite tool has got to be Procreate. It's just the most versatile for me. But other than that, it might be this pen right here, which is a Crispy Go. It's super cheap and very reliable, although not lately. I haven't put the ink in it. But I use that for like all throughout Inktober. This is like the Inktober pen.
Looks like it.
Yeah, you can see it's in rough shape. Already using the main bloom. So I need a name for this castle. It's like Castle Grayskull. I was going to call it Castle Gloomwing. Gloomwing. But I've also got one of the characters named Gloom, so Gloomwing doesn't really work. Shadowfall.
Firekeep. I don't know. Castle Firekeep.
Firekeep. No, it's because...
Fire Dread. Oh, Dreadfire. Castle Dreadfire. That sounds great.
I like that. That's pretty cool. Castle.
Throw it out there.
That's okay. Dreadfire. Okay, how about this? I like Dread in there. I'm going to use something like it. Let's see. But just as light cannot exist without darkness, Dreadwing, comma, the looming castle of the Nightmare King. must also exist.
I think I'm noticing
Doesn't
about
matter.
like drawing in like comic art is I don't realize how often I think of like the shot being like 3/4 like I've only include like I notice I include like mostly 3/4 of a shot. Like it's not like the whole thing. It's not as clear to the reader as I'd like it to be. I think.
In the panel?
I mean, like in here, I'm actually showing more like the quarter of the door,
Yeah.
the doorway here, when really the door would be more in the shot.
Yeah. I have a couple of things that I do that are similar to that. Tuco, I want to make sure I pronounce your name right, or I think I can. I think it's
Oh, hello.
Helen. Hello, chat, and welcome back from vacation. Thank you very much. Glad to be back. Nice to see you.
Tuco.
Oh,
Tuco.
pretty cool.
I'm thinking of Salamanca, the guy. No, Tuco Salamanca, the guy from Breaking
that's
Bad.
the character from Breaking Bad, or also Better Call Saul.
I like that actor though. I like the first kind of antagonist in that season. Pretty good.
Yeah, he's actually he's all throughout. He's such a great actor. He was all throughout Breaking Bad. Oh, not Breaking Bad. The Better Call Saul.
Yeah, because that's more like a prequel to Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Which was cool.
Tuco. Glad to see you here, man.
Where's my
I'm trying to come up with this new comic, so this is what I have for right now. Oh, you got the name from Breaking Bad. It was for a character on EVE Online. Yeah, I love EVE Online. I played that for a long time. That one and Elite Dangerous. I just like space games where you can fly around and make money. I was really into that. Back in the day, we had this game called Trade Wars, which was a text game, and that was a lot of fun too. And you would kind of fly around and map out the sector and go from port to port trading stuff. And EVE Online kind of does the same thing. I haven't played it in a while. I was just thinking about it this weekend though.
I kind of made like Debbie destroy her own door, and I'm like,
Because she kicked it because she was mad.
yeah, and I'm sort of like expecting that continuity out of it. Like the door closes and it's just like. It's like one of those futuristic like sliding like doors that go side to side or up and
You know,
down.
it'd be funny if you like later on in the comic. That's a plot point. Like she's running away from somebody, or somebody tries to trap her, and the door is broken from before, and she kicked it. And then she remembers back to when she kicked it.
Oh yeah, there are plot kind of relevant things in this spot, but yeah. Pardon me.
Because says too much work forever. It was a 20-hour part-time job keeping up with production lines, informing and avoiding the backstabbing. Oh yeah, on EVE Online. Yes, for EVE. Yeah, it got so complicated, and then there was also the pranks. Not really. It was like some of the stuff that people would do. Like they would set up fake buy orders so that they would lure you to another base where they would kill you. or even if they didn't kill you, they would somehow rob you. Like there would be a way to figure out where you were going for the fake buy order. Oh, it looks like they're buying, vanadium. For 3 times the price, just 2 systems away, and you'd fly out there and get trapped. All right, let's see. His one leg is the peg leg. All right, that's a good start. I was just looking back at my numbers. I actually I started looking at my spreadsheet this weekend, and I realized I'm kind of a bit behind. But I did so many whatchamacallits. I've done so many commissions, paid work, which is good. But
I've got an interview on Tuesday.
Oh, really?
No jobs. Yeah. It's for a driveway attendant at a car wash.
Is it easy?
More like Is it easy? That's a question. But I have some history actually with it. When I did graphic design, we were working on commercials for the car wash when it was
When they
kind
first
of a new
started.
thing 5 years ago. Yeah. That's a bit of history. In fact, I have.
Well, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I'll make sure to mention that.
Look, I've been around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hang on. I'm gonna try and do my more D&D art. Let's call this ink. I only have about 15 minutes left.
Is Eve like a World of Warcraft game where it's you have raids of other players?
Sort of, yeah. It's based on the concept of the sandbox, right? So that you can do anything you want in it, really.
Mm-hmm.
So some people are raiding other people. Some people are just mapping and discovering stuff. Some people are just doing the quest lines. I think everyone just kind of starts out with the quest lines. Here's my barbarian. he looks like a pro wrestler.
Looking great. Oh yeah.
From the 80s. He's got kind of the fabulous hair, but kind of a mongoloid expression. Are people allowed to say mongoloid anymore?
Mongoloid, probably.
Mongoloid. I was telling somebody about the Devo song, and it was covered in I think it's a Swedish movie, Finnish movie called Ex Drummer, and the band covers the Devo song Mongoloid. They do a great cover of it, and the person at work you can't say that word anymore.
Yeah, I guess because of the connection to Mongols and what's it? Attila.
Is it
Attila Hun? I don't know.
Attila the Hun? Yeah.
Yeah, the Mongol invasion being a history.
I'm not insulting anybody with that. Okay. In the Rusty Dip Pack, which brush do you think looks like a dip pen the most? The one I like the most, that I use the most, is Rusty Nib 1. Rusty Nib 1 is my favorite. You're probably thinking Smooth Natural, right? Because Smooth Natural, actually, there's no... Well, where's Smooth Natural? Hang on. Smooth Natural does not have the distress in it. It's very smooth, so it's like that's nicer and not as ugly. I went right for the ugly one though. I also kind of like Waxy Nib, but I know it's ugly. But I like the vintage look of it. Fountain Bleeder Legacy is pretty good too. Where's the new Fountain Bleeder? The new one is has less of this. It's like a slightly bleedy fountain pen. The Wally Wood pen, I would think I would like it. I don't really like it. I really like Wally Wood. Let me erase all this. Let's do we'll do the strap and its arm over here, and well, at least I'll do the lines in Wally Wood. Wally Wood. This is a Wally Wood pen. Actually, I kind of like the Wally Wood pen. All right, that's okay. Let's try this strap here. It's like a chest strap. I've always quite liked Wally Wood as an inker. He's on one of my all-time favorite comics is Stalker, which is Steve Ditko with Wally Wood inking. That's like a match made in heaven for me.
Actually, maybe
I gotta say the Wally Wood one's not bad. I thought it was worse for some reason. The Robert Crumb pen, which I thought I would like, I do not like at all. This is the Crumb pen.
a bit too it's kind of hairy.
Yeah. What's that?
Hairy, but
yeah, it's hairy. Hairy, definitely hairy.
And often there are drushes in that pack that are meant to look claggy or like
yeah.
Have the effect of a rusted kind of nib.
That's
rusted
the
nib.
whole point. Like that's the Milt fine liner, which after Milt Kniff, and that does not scream Milt Kniff to me. It's very blobby. But if you commit to it and you just sort of draw the whole piece with it, it gives you an interesting effect. I'm just not sure it's very attractive. I've always loved Milt Kniff, so. She'll be hard to do with her eyeliner. Milt Kniff was known for drawing these beautiful women. Dragon Lady. And then
are after real inkers in the industry. That's the idea, partially. I think right now I like this natural smooth. I just use normal pens. That's just me.
I don't know. It's easy, in my opinion. It's easy to stand out if you do something other than the technical pen look. Most people don't use any like real line weight in their art anymore at all. It's just a style that's gone out of favor.
Mm-hmm.
And even when I took that the Joe Prado class, he's like, "Don't use a brush." But when I took the JP Buzzio class, he only used a brush. Mm-hmm. He actually kind of preferred you not to use even a nib pen. It was traditional inking, and he said, "Just do the brush."
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it still is a thing. I'm inking her hair with it just to see what it comes out like.
I kind of think a lot of digital art brushes kind of like that crispness, and I
don't like it.
I tend to like working with the resistance in like physical media, like especially with pens and like pencils. Like in some don't have to. That's perfectly fine. But I tend to like the resistance often.
I gotta say, I do and I don't. My real issue with doing things in real life is I have such a terrible scanner. My scanner is so sucky. So, going through the Guptill book, trying out different brushes for the beginning exercises, very cool. And the brush that, hang on, there we go. The brush just takes a long time to learn to get different line waves. Boy, you could say that again. I have still not figured it out, and
I think
I'm working on it. If you take
Okay.
Jake Buzzio's class, if you take it, you will learn a lot. Like he actually, like for part of the class, he wants you to just watch him do it, and he's like, put your hand like my hand, hold the brush like I'm holding it, and follow along. And he also has you do those Guptill exercises, you know, where you're doing thick to thin lines over a whole page. I used to have the big page of Bristol that I had to do every time. I threw it out because it's all it is just wavy lines. But this guy looks like a Simpsons character almost.
Kind of in the ears and the mouth, yeah.
He looks like a character in a comic book that Bart Simpson is reading.
The Bongo comic run, yeah.
Yeah, like he's like.
In one of the Treehouse Horror episode, like comics, there's a full like double page spread done by Jeff Darrow, and it's pretty awesome.
That sounds cool.
It's actually I'll look it up. Geoff. He made a comic with Frank Miller called I think it was called Hard Boiled. It was like a Blade Runner type thing.
I remember when it came out. I remember people were going crazy for Frank Miller back then, and I just wasn't into it. Just wasn't into it. I liked The Dark Knight Returns, which is Frank Miller, but it was a little too gritty for me. I actually quite liked the comics that were kind of like parodies of Frank Miller. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at the time was meant to be a parody of Frank Miller. It had the ninjas, right? Where, you know, because they were called the Frank Miller ninjas were called the Hand. So the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were called the Foot.
Foot Clan.
And you know, he's doing all the stuff with Daredevil. Theirs was sort of an homage, almost. You know, they love Frank Miller. Oh, let me check that out. Oh, nice. Is this Jeff Darrow?
Yeah.
All right, I have to show this on screen.
Yes, artist.
But Tuco's got a thing here. He's saying one of my favorites. His style was his own back then. Yeah. I like him. I like him more now than I did then. You know, when I look back on it, and actually, when I read the Miller Eisner interview, I ended up liking him a lot after that because it became a lot more clear, like what he was trying to accomplish, at least to me, anyways. Let's see. Original. There it is. Okay. StreamYard. Hang on.
One of those like Where's Wally type images.
So there it is. You guys can see this. Check this out. This is a Jeff Darrow image inside.
Oh, was there more to that? Oh, the bottom part. Yeah, I think the bottom part. Yeah,
I might have cut it off.
You got the scroll lines. Don't worry. I think you have the.
I have the ability to scroll. Unfortunately, I don't.
No, it's so good. That's fine. I think you have the left, the right. If you look at the right and the bottom, there's the scroll bars. I can see them.
Oh, let's see. I'm looking for how I can do. Oh wait, no, you're right. I think I can. Do
you see them?
Well, I think so. Hang on. View the tab. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah, there it is. The head. Oh my god, the head of Miss Krabappel, like on the dog.
Yeah, that's
That's like a Mars Attacks like reference.
yeah,
You know
it's
that.
it's definitely a Mars Attacks, or even actually, yeah, it's totally Mars Attacks.
Mhm.
Very cool. When I was in college, I was really into this game called Underground, and Jeff Darrow did all the art for that, and it's really cool.
Chief Wiggum one's funny.
Cheaply. Support your neighborhood watch.
What the hell?
I love all this stuff.
Oh.
All right, it is a 7:59, everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've got to get going soon.
Awesome. Everybody, have a great rest of your weekend.
Yeah.
And
Hey. Thanks for having me on
anything else
again, man.
Do you have? Do you want to put? Hang on, I've got it up here.
I'm working on 5 pages. I think. Well, I'm working on the first 5 pages of Darkness Star File 4, and it'll be out hopefully by the end of this month, end of February. You know, it's 29 days of February, right?
Yeah, it's a leap year this time.
We'll see those eventually, but yeah, I'm not on Instagram anymore. Not right now. So
Sideburn says left.
you can still follow me on Twitter. I have
It's everybody's loss.
yeah. Oh, it's okay. It's
Oh,
okay.
well.
I'll return in some form or another. I'm just thinking, you know.
I've had such a good experience there, I guess, because I've met so many people and been somewhat successful with it. I'm not in anything else though.
That's my Twitter handle.
Oh wait, hold on. You posting your Twitter handle?
Yeah. I'm currently there if you want to find me. Message me. It's all good. Thanks.
On X.com.
Yeah, it's Twitter.
I don't know what this Twitter thing is. That's a fact. X.com is the future.
I think that's what I think it does. It's good for like SEO, but then again, you know, what are you gonna do? But I'll hopefully catch you next week.
Awesome.
Although,
Looking forward to
I
it.
might be in Sydney, but I'll find a way. I think I'll find a way to come back on.
Well,
I
awesome.
definitely enjoyed this time, and definitely great that I got back on again. But
I'm glad you did.
Yeah. Go
And
do stuff.
I'm glad that I got through, or at least started out this comic,
Yeah.
which is Lila and the Nightmare King. I don't know if it's going to keep that name. I might call it something else, but it's going to be my Disney homage comic with a lot of newspaper comic references in it.
You think it'll be in color?
If it is, somebody else will have to do the color. Maybe I'll pay somebody on Fiverr.
I'm actually the reason I'm going to Sydney is like my friend. We're going to. It's his birthday, and we're going to this restaurant. It's called Milner, and it's basically like a Viking themed restaurant. Kind of expensive for an entry fee, but
Don't eat the
I'm
shark.
looking forward to it. Yeah, and I hope it's pretty fun. I was like on one of those calls with my boss, trying to negotiate better time so I can go down there. And yeah, I think I barely just managed it. So yeah, I think I'm still gonna have a good time regardless. But yeah,
I'm sure you will. Sounds awesome.
Yeah. Hopefully that's all good, and I'll hopefully see you again next week. Be on your podcast as we want to do. You have a good day, man. Thanks for
You too, absolutely.
having me on. Cheers.
All right.
Have a good one.
I will talk to you later.
Have a good day, chat. Cheers.
Cheers to the chat. All right, I'm about to shut this thing down. Any last words? Oh, I may have warped your little face here. Let me straighten that up a little bit. How's it look when I take that away? A little bit better. He does look. He looks a little bit too Simpsons. All right. All right. Talk to you later, everybody. I'm gonna play my ending theme here. This takes me a second. All right. Talk to you later.